good coaches have what it takes to coach anyone. Yet that ability can become our worst enemy when it comes to attracting clients. Why? Because trying to be a coach for everyone will not resonate with anyone. I'll explain why and guide you through the process on how to find your ideal coaching client in the next few minutes. Hello and welcome to the Savvy Corner. My name is Alisa and this channel is all about managing your money, your business and your mind around it. I want to say a special welcome to the new members of the Savvy Corner community. We've had a few new subscribers in the last couple of weeks and I am thrilled to have you here. If you're not new, welcome back and thanks for stopping by again. In today's video, I want to address something that I see a lot of new coaches avoiding, and that is picking a coaching niche and an ideal client. If that's something you've been dealing with, I see where you're coming from. It can seem counterintuitive to narrow down your work and area of coaching and expect to get more interest from potential clients. But as weird as it sounds, it works. And I would go as far as saying that as a new coach, until you get extremely clear on your niche and who your ideal client is, you are unlikely to see significant progress in your coaching business. Why is it so important to narrow down your focus? Because the more specific you get about who you can help as a coach and how you can help them, the more relevant your marketing message will be and the more it will resonate with those people. You see, if you don't have a niche, your marketing message will be very broad and very vague. Along the lines of, I can help you with the changes in your life, or I can support you to uncover your values and live the life you always wanted to live. That can mean so many things that even you won't be able to articulate specifics in a coherent way if someone asks for more details about what you do as a coach. I guess that since you're watching this video, you don't need any more convincing to choose a target market. So let's jump straight in and talk about the ways to identify your ideal client. I'd like to suggest that we start with you. After all, this is your coaching business and you are the one delivering the coaching, so it's important to look at your preferences. What are you passionate about? And of course, you are passionate about coaching, otherwise you wouldn't be a coach. I don't think I've ever met a coach who didn't absolutely love coaching. So when I say passion, I mean in the broader sense of the term. What do you enjoy doing in your day-to-day life and in your work? What do you stand for? What do you see yourself doing, even if you didn't get paid for it? Ideally, your coaching business is a long-term project and it's not something that you will get bored of in a couple of years. So you can take this opportunity here to also make a list of the things that you dread doing, that you would rather avoid, that you are not passionate about. Can you see how niching down is already working in your favor? You want to end up with a list of activities and concepts that you love, believe in strongly, and you would see yourself doing for a very, very long time. The next thing to ask yourself is, what do I have experience in? Or if you don't have experience, what are you willing to learn and invest time and effort in? I don't want you to misunderstand and think that you necessarily need to be an expert in a particular field in order to be a good coach. You absolutely don't. And you can learn and gather experience as you progress as a coach. However, it does help. If you are really good at something and you're passionate about it, why wouldn't you choose to coach in that area? I became a financial coach because of my love for numbers and my experience as an accountant and as an analyst. Now that I have experience running my own coaching business, my work as a coach is also expanding into business coaching. So please don't neglect this aspect. Experience in a particular field is not necessary for you to be a good coach, but it does increase your credibility in front of potential clients. The third aspect you should look at when choosing your niche as a coach is the demand on the market. What kind of help do people need? And just as important, are they willing to pay for it? Running a successful coaching business also has a financial element to it, because as passionate as you are about coaching, you won't be able to sustain it if it doesn't pay the bills. I see a lot of new coaches having an ethical dilemma, if you want, when it comes to charging for their services. They see coaching as such a pure activity that would be tainted by the very concepts of money or profitability. Let's not kid ourselves here. If you're not making money from coaching, then you don't have a coaching business, but rather a coaching hobby. So the demand for your coaching services will be a very important aspect to take into account if you want to make a living from coaching or if you want to turn it into a source of income. So take time and do your research with regards to what the market wants. Are you enjoying the video so far? If you're getting value from it, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Now that you've worked through these 3 areas, it's time to look at the intersection between passion, experience, and demand and determine your coaching niche. As you can see in the example on the screen, I suggest that you combine all 3 elements. Your passion is what will ensure you have the motivation to continue coaching in this niche long term. Your experience will bring credibility, and the demand will ensure that you can build a sustainable and financially viable business. Let's now have a look at what happens if you choose a niche that only takes into account 2 out of these 3 components. If you have a passion for it and there's demand on the market for that service, but you lack the experience or the knowledge, you might experience imposter syndrome. I have an entire video on that. I will link it for you in the description below and on the screen here. If you have experience and the demand is there but you lack passion, you will eventually become bored of it. And finally, if you have the passion and the experience but there's no demand for it or very little demand on the market, then what you're doing is more like a hobby, and it's likely that it's not going to generate money and become a solid source of income. This is why it's so important to choose your coaching niche at the intersection of passion, experience, and demand. By coaching niche, I mean the area of coaching you'd like to focus on. For example, executive coaching, leadership coaching, or career coaching. Or maybe you want to be a health and well-being coach or a relationship coach. Let me know in the comments what is the area of coaching that you focus on. And that is your coaching niche. But it doesn't end here. This is only the first step. It's time now to determine your market niche, or what is known as your ideal client. Okay, you have a coaching niche, but even that can be too broad. Let's say you're a career coach. As a career coach, you can help people who are at the very beginning of their careers or who want to change careers, people in senior positions who are looking to move into the C-suite, mothers returning to work after a break. All of what I've just described falls under career coaching, which is why we need to get more specific than just a coaching niche. You've already chosen an area that you are passionate about, you have experience in, or you're willing to learn, and that is in demand. So, within the coaching niche that you've chosen, who would you like to help? Your answer to this question might be based on your own story of becoming a coach and the impact coaching has had on you. A lot of coaches choose an ideal client that they identified with in the past, but that's not necessary. What is important here is that the person you choose is dealing with a problem that you can and are willing to help them solve, and that they are willing and able to pay you for that help. So start describing this person in detail, including their age, gender, marital status, career stage, their level of income, and of course the problems that they are dealing with. Based on this exercise, you will be in a much better position to tailor your marketing message so that it resonates with your ideal client. Now you can have meaningful conversations with prospects and explain exactly what you do beyond just, I am a coach. If you haven't heard of the golden sentence, I suggest that you look it up. The golden sentence answers the question, what do you do, in a succinct way that lets people know exactly who you work with and how you can help. It has a specific format, which is, I help X to do Y so that they can Z. X is your ideal client, Y is what you'll coach them on, and Z is the result they can expect from your coaching. So instead of just saying I'm a coach or I am a leadership coach, you can now say, as a leadership coach, I help newly promoted heads of departments to develop their leadership skills and style so that they can successfully manage their teams and increase the effectiveness of their departments. Can you see how concise and targeted that is? Now you try and put your golden sentence in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more money and business related tips, I've got you covered. Why not start with the 2 videos that are suggested on the screen right now? That's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.